Greetings and aloha. What's going on? It's Mike from LiveMyAssOff.com. I'm in Crystal Bay. Just hanging out on the rocks up there a little bit. It's not really, it's a little overcast. But there's like little droplets of rain. So I anticipate this will probably be most of today, which I am totally okay with. Because I am ridiculously on vacation right now. Anyway, I'm on my sort of secondary phone, my backup phone, which is a Huawei Honor 7A. And so the quality of the video is not stellar, nor the audio, but with any luck you can probably hear some of the waves as well as hear me. But I was just kind of taking a little walk on the beach here as I'm waiting for all my devices to charge up. I had a great call with a friend of mine today who has just had some bad luck, like one after another, you know. And I was posting some pictures of, this beauty, right, on Facebook, and I was thinking to myself, or I even put in the post, actually, as I was uploading the photos, and I'm keenly aware of how lucky I am. Like, good luck, not bad luck. Throughout this, global pandemic nonsense, as well as, well, just today. And one of the things that really just made this morning one of the best mornings in a long time for this friend of mine is that he had a job interview online. It was like Google Voice kind of thing, or Google Hangouts, whatever. So they were able to see him and see his presence, that sort of thing. So you pretty much get to know somebody. Obviously it's a job interview, right? So you can't get to know someone perfectly, but he presented himself very well, as he has in the past on several other job offers, job interviews. But he said they hung up and he got an offer letter 15 minutes later. And I was just so psyched for him. I was like, oh man, that must feel good. Especially given the current, climate, right? For a lot of people out of work, a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of people being laid off. And so it just felt so good to hear that about my buddy. And as happens pretty regularly with me, thank goodness, I just had sort of a pause and a little bit of a gratitude attack because, look, the default setting, if you guys know me well enough, of, what's the minimum amount, Mike, for you to have a gratitude attack? Well, I got to wake up this morning, so there's that. But it just felt really, really good to hear of a really big success for a friend of mine, and that's always really cool, right? The other thing I was reflecting on, there was a time in my life when, this was a long time ago actually, it was like my late 20s maybe, when if something good happened to a friend of mine, even if they were like a really good friend, and one of the things that I at least have always wanted for my good friends is for them to be successful. But even when like really, really good friends would have success, there would be a part of me that would be like, I guess it's jealousy maybe or whatever, but I would like be disappointed. And I remember vividly this one conversation I had, and I was like 28, 29, something like that. But for some reason, I preferred to chat with this guy when he was having bad things happen to his life. It's very weird. And I don't know, I'm sure quite, it was like, I don't know, my comparison to him or whatever. And I don't do that at all anymore. Like, not even the slightest amount. So, anyway, this is less to talk about how I think I've grown, but more how to say that I'm really excited for my buddy. Really excited that he had, effectively a wild success this morning. Because I'm sure all of us, well, at least I'll just speak for myself, but when I've been out of work and I've gotten that job offer, I've gotten that letter, and I know I'm shaking like crazy because I'm also charging up my gimbal. Boy, doesn't that feel good, doesn't it? I mean, just, hey, someone wants to pay me, thank God. You know, and sometimes it's out of desperation, I've been there. And other times it's out of, well, I wasn't really looking, but this came along. And the latter is, the feeling from that is definitely one that I prefer. But anyway, so I'm just kind of walking around out here. I contemplated doing a live stream today, and I wanted to do it from out here, but with the rain, as you know, even one or two little drops in the wrong spot on an electronic device can really be detrimental. So I still may do it, and with any luck, I will. And we can have a chat. I'm really actually dying to do another marathon live stream, and whether that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, whatever. But the challenge I'm having where I'm staying is that it's so incredibly vacant and it's so incredibly quiet that even when I was just leaving Gracie a little video message on WhatsApp the other night, I mean, my voice, you know, booms and echoes and carries and that sort of thing to begin with, okay? But I mean, it's effectively like I'm staying in a villa in the middle of the jungle inside of a library. I mean, it's that incredibly quiet. Like, it's this quiet. So when this voice enters that environment, it can be noticeable. So I'm doing my best to not encroach on other people's enjoyment of their ridiculously low-priced vacation that people are having right now. Today is Friday, and so I don't know whether that means that tonight and tomorrow night we'll have a more influx of people, as was the case on Koh Samui. Friday nights got busy. The woman said Saturday nights got really busy. But where I'm staying right now, I'm looking on Agoda and that sort of thing, and it is equally as available for the same price Saturday night and moving forward. And the reason I say that is because normally, you know, Saturday would be like, okay, if you're gonna like fill it up right now with obviously local tourists, you know, Thai tourists coming, Saturday night would be the night, right? Because, I mean, you got to take a ferry over here to Samui, and if you're not in Samui, I mean, if you're already living in Samui, then maybe you could go on a staycation. But I think for the most part, right now, people that are living in Samui that are like going to do the staycation thing, they're going to Chawang Beach because it's a really, really awesome beach, but there's nobody there, and that never happens. It's always really crowded. So that must be a real treat for those that live here. But for, you know, primarily Thais, I mean, where I'm going, I will see the occasional foreigner, tourist, but for the most part, it's Thai tourists. And twice now, they've asked me, you know, do I live here or am I a tourist? Am I coming? And you know, the easiest way for me to prove that is to just simply show them my Thai driver's license. But when I do, I get an even bigger discount. So it's all about the locals. There's a standard local discount all through Agoda. All of the listings, not all, many of the listings, certainly the top several, which of course are always the hugest discount, and the VIP and the gold and all this, you know, discounts that you get. All of those are, you know, they have like, you know, locals only, or, you know, little cute little things, whatever, discounts kind of thing. And so we'll see what happens tonight and tomorrow night. I'm booked through Saturday here, and I'll see how it goes tonight, as far as, you know, maybe possibly increased noise level at night, which, you know, again, so where I'm staying in the villa, it's a really, really nice villa, and it's awesome, but it's not brand new, and it's got single pane windows, and, you know, the windows don't shut super tight and that sort of thing. So therefore, noise just from people like walking down the path at night can, you know, come in. And again, you know, I'm in the middle of the jungle in the middle of a library, so you hear everything. Not everything. You hear a lot of stuff. But so we'll see how it goes. But honestly, I'm right now like all in, including taxes, which is like basically an additional 18% all in, because it's like 10% VAT, and then it's 7% local, and then it's like 1% additional, or whatever the amount is. At the end of the day, the quick math of it is whatever the price that's listed on Agoda, just multiply that by 20%. And that's the thing. And right now, my all-in price is 907 baht a night. And I'm just basically through those trees there. And I woke up to this morning, and it's, you know, it's higher tide. The tide's going out, which of course it does very slowly, but it's, you know, it's a pretty nice view. And the people across from me checked out, and I can't decide whether they were like, oh my God, well, if I can get this for 900, what can I get for 1,100 baht? There is this one place up here. Let me see if I can show it to you guys from down here. I mean, the idea behind it is it's actually secluded. I mean, that's another thing that you're paying for. But basically right up there, that structure, that's referred to as the private pool villa. And right now on Agoda, that's like 1,300 baht a night. And I think normally it's 18,000. But you have your own pool, and then you have, so anyway, you can look it up on Agoda. Crystal Bay Yacht Club, and then private pool villa. But you got your own pool, and you have your own deck, and you have your own place. And then right up there through the rocks is basically on the other sort of the front-facing part of that little covering there. There's a door, and so you're the only one that can get up there. So, you know, that's obviously pretty desirable. Now, on Agoda, it says that it's booked, at least for the nights that I looked, which was Saturday through Monday, I think. But I think I'm definitely going to stay here another couple nights, because this is one of these deals where, while I do want to explore Koh Samui, and have been, so that I know like some places to show you guys, and obviously we were over at Boku Restaurant the other night for our live stream, but it's also to discover a whole bunch of stuff that I want to come here and do with Gracie. But I'm also out there discovering a whole bunch of stuff that I want to come here and do with Gracie, and she's not here right now. So it's kind of like, well, it's neat when she and I are somewhere for the first time that we've never been, and so we both get to experience it for the first time together. And so I kind of like those opportunities, and so I don't want to remove those entirely, but I also want to scout out some places where I can say, honey, we should totally go kayaking here. So anyway, but I just thought I'd check in, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I don't think I'm going to be doing a live stream here today, but I never know. At least I don't have one scheduled, but I don't know. And I want to bring on some other YouTubers and talk to those guys. King Liwei, he's over on in South Korea, and it's been neat to sort of chat with him a little bit, and it would be neat to get his perspective on what's going on over there versus what's going on over here. But with that, it's Mike from LiveMyAssOff.com saying, I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, then I hope you realize that it's going to happen. It's just not there yet, and it's just not there right now. But all of this is still going to be here when you can get here. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.